Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into one of India's most iconic and comforting desserts, Gajar ka halwa. It's this incredible, rich carrot pudding, and I'm going to walk you through every single step so you can absolutely nail it at home. Just look at that. This right here is our end goal. Can you just imagine it? A warm, fragrant bowl of this beautiful pudding just packed with the richness of milk and nuts steaming right in front of you. This is pure comfort food, and it's the delicious payoff that's waiting for us. So let's talk about what Gajar ka halva really is. It's so much more than just a dessert. It's a culinary legend in India. It's the story of taking something as simple and humble as carrots and transforming them into something, well, something truly magical. All right, every masterpiece starts with the right ingredients, right? So let's meet the cast of characters for this recipe. These are the essential building blocks we need to create the perfect halwa. Okay, here's our lineup. We've got 1 kilogram of grated carrots and 1 full liter of full cream milk. And I have to stress this, the full cream part is totally non-negotiable. That high fat content is the secret to getting that luxurious creamy texture. Then we've got our sugar, some ghee, which is this amazing clarified butter that adds a nutty flavor you just can't get anywhere else. A little cardamom for fragrance, and of course, your favorite chopped nuts and raisins. And now we get to the most important part of the whole process. I like to call this the slow magic, because this is where the real transformation begins, where we patiently let our 2 main ingredients become one. It all starts pretty simply. First, you get your carrots all prepped. Then, you're just going to combine them with the milk in a heavy-bottomed pan. And hey, that heavy pan is a pro tip. It spreads the heat out nice and even so the milk doesn't burn. Then you just need to give it a stir every now and then as it starts to simmer. Now, for this next part, you're going to need a little bit of patience. This stage takes about 30 to 40 minutes. I know, it's the longest part of the whole recipe, but believe me, it is absolutely essential. This is when the carrots soften completely and just drink up all that milky richness. It's what builds the entire flavor foundation for the halwa. So how do you know when you're done here? Well, your cue is pretty simple. You're looking for the mixture to have gotten really thick, with the carrots having soaked up almost all of that milk. Once you see that, you know you're ready for the next phase. Okay, our carrots are perfectly cooked down in that milk. Now it's time for what I call the sweet turn. This is where we bring in the sugar and start the final steps of turning this mixture into a proper, decadent dessert. The next step is exactly what it sounds like. You're just going to add your sugar right into the pan. Now, something kind of cool happens here. Once the sugar melts, the whole mixture will actually get a little watery again. Don't panic. That's totally normal. Just keep stirring and let it cook down until it thickens right back up. So at this point, what we've got is a sweet carrot mixture. It's good, but it's not quite that rich, unforgettable halwa we're really going for. So the big question is, how do we take it to the next level? How do we make it, royal? And there's your answer. The 2 things that elevate this from good to absolutely incredible are ghee and dry fruits. This is where all that richness, that beautiful texture, and that amazing aroma really start to happen. And here we are, at the grand finale, the final touch. This is all about adding those last couple of ingredients that will give our halwa that signature glossy look and that really complex aromatic flavor. So here's how we finish this thing. First, you add the ghee, and you're going to roast the halwa for about 10 more minutes, stirring it the whole time. This is what cooks out that last bit of moisture and gives it that beautiful shine and a much deeper, nuttier flavor. Then, right at the very end, you'll stir in your chopped nuts and that fragrant cardamom powder. And how do you know it's absolutely perfect? Oh, you'll see it. The mixture will start to pull away from the sides of the pan, it'll get this amazing glossy shine, and you might even see a little bit of the ghee separating out. That is the moment you know you've done it. And there it is. All that patience, all that stirring, it all leads to this moment right here. This is the sweet, warm, and unbelievably delicious reward for all your effort. It's a dessert that seriously feels like an accomplishment. So as we wrap this up, I'll just leave you with one last question. A dessert this special, well, it's really meant to be shared. So the only thing left to figure out is, who are you going to share your amazing homemade Gajar ka halwa with? Thanks so much for joining me.